Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com and Loy Machedo TV. Uh, I got inspired to put up this video after watching a Facebook update from one Facebook friend of mine. He apparently tattooed a face on his, the palm of his hand, and this has inspired me to put up a video on tattoos. See, you got to understand that tattoos are a design that you put on your body and that sticks around for life. So that is not something you should be taking very lightly. There are a lot of right now the trend that has started is this tattooing business. Putting tattoos has become a statement, become a macho man kind of a thing, or a girl trying to show, see, I'm sexy, I'm beautiful. Okay, fine. All that is the short-term benefit of it, but long-term it has implications. So the reason for putting up this video is to make you understand some of the do's and don'ts of getting a tattoo. The first one is, if you're young, please do not get a tattoo. By young, I mean, I've even known someone who's young as 14 getting a tattoo. I mean, that is stupid. All right. What you like when you're 14 changes when you're 16, changes when you're 20, changes when you're 25, changes when you're 30. Now, I used to love chocolates when I was, 15 or 10. I don't love chocolates now. I just like chocolates. Girls I was dating when I was, you could say when I was 17, I wouldn't even look at their face today. The girls I was dating when I was 30, I would keep away from them. Even the girls that I was dating maybe 2 years ago, I wouldn't want to be part of their life anymore. So what I'm trying to tell you is, making a decision of getting a tattoo done when you're young, I think is absolutely stupid, because your body grows. So the design, whatever shape or form it had, it will change. And you will truly regret getting a tattoo done. So please avoid getting a tattoo at a young age. You might think you're looking cool, but you're just fooling yourself. Nobody considers it cool. It has now become an everyday thing. All right. Uh, the second thing is, never get a tattoo done when you're emotional, when you're angry, when you're upset, when you're hurt, or especially when you have the feelings of lust or love. Please do not get a tattoo done. I know of a girl who has more than 7 to 8 guys' names tattooed on her body, and she had to cross or cancel it out. I mean, that is absolutely stupid. Please do not make an emotional decision. And most important of all is, remember this: lovers come, lovers go, marriages take place and they break up. There is no guarantees to life. Please do not end up putting your lover's name or face or image on your body. I have done that mistake. I put my girlfriend, Anita's photograph here on both my chest, and I put it on my body. I don't blame her. It's me to blame, because I took the decision, and that was the phase that I was in love with her. So uh, uh, today I don't hate the girl, but obviously because she's not in my life, I mean, this tattoo serves as a memory. So what I did, I disfigured it. I made it look like a horror theme, and because I have horror faces all over my body, it kind of like blended into the design. So please avoid getting a lover's name on your body. You will regret it. Like they say, a tattoo stays for life. Your lover may not. The next one is, this is a real important one. I went for this tattoo festival that was there a few days ago in Dubai, kind of private function. The thing that shocked me was really attractive, beautiful women, and they're putting stupid designs on their body, absolutely stupid designs. Because the tattoos were for free, I saw 2 or 3 beautiful girls putting horror faces, some of them putting obnoxious tribal designs on their shoulder, on their back, on their sides. I mean, what has gone wrong with you? You are such beautiful looking women. You're spoiling your skin, you're spoiling your body, you're spoiling an image. All right, fine. If you had a theme, I can understand, like flowers or something that makes you look sexy, I can understand. But imagine a woman putting horror faces all over her body because she's getting a free tattoo. I mean, that was pointless. So please think before you put a design. Have a theme. Don't just simply put. I know one girl. I don't want to take her name. She has put one tattoo here of someone's name and something here of some other theme, some other tattoo here, some other tattoo here. It's stupid. And she's such a beautiful woman, but she's being a fool of herself. And it's her life, her body, but I really think she's abusing it. Now, uh, I know you're looking at me and thinking, oh, you're talking so big, what about you? Now, I have tattoos on my body which are visible. That is because I made up my mind a few years ago. That was after careful consideration. I was not comfortable in the corporate world. I was just not. I was not meant for it. I hated banking. I hated insurance. I hated sales. I didn't want to have a boss. I didn't want to be in the stuck up corporate environment. So I made up my mind, and eventually one thing led to another. And yes, I had tattoos, but it was not that I suddenly woke up one morning and said, "Oh, I'm going to put a tattoo here so everyone's going to see." No, the tattoo that I first had was hidden. It was right at my back where nobody could see it. Then it moved to my shoulder here. This was my second tattoo. And then, okay, I found I was comfortable with it. Slowly, it started one after another. It started on my forearms. And yeah, I built it from my arms. Then I moved to my body. Then finally, the big decision was to get it on my, the palm, because I wanted people to see. But before I got that, what I did was I took a marker pen and I colored it. I colored my palm, and I kept, walking around, seeing how people would react. And people actually asked me, "What is that?" I said, "It's like I'm going to get a tattoo. So this is just a marker pen." So people were comfortable, and then eventually I did get. Yes, I after I got it, I was absolutely scared, but eventually that fear died down. And then from my palm, it moved to my neck, and then uh, the most controversial or the biggest decision in my life was getting the one on my face. The first one that I got was the Tyson one that is here on my left hand side. Now, when I went to get my tattoo done, I I went to the tattoo artist. He drew the design, but he kind of drew it a bit too big. And when I looked at it, I got cold feet. I was literally shivering. He kept asking me, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" I was scared. I went back. It took me 2 weeks to regroup myself and then come back. And finally, yes, I decided, yes, I want to get it. After I got it, people did look at me kind of like, "Whoa, is that a tattoo?" And they kind of accepted it. So fortunately for me, it suited me, and I made sure that this was a design I chose. I didn't let the tattoo artist choose for me. In all other designs, the tattoo artist chose what was good for me, but I made sure that the one I got was the one that I liked. Yes, there are a few designs up here that I'm not very comfortable with, but it's okay. This one is negligible, but not the one on the face, the one that people can see. So please make sure that before you get a design, you really think. And I was talking about putting a tattoo where it's visible. Just make very sure that you know what you're doing, because if you have a tattoo, it's career suicide. You will not be accepted in the mainstream. No matter what anyone says, tattoos are not accepted in the mainstream. People still have inhibitions about tattoos. So please be very careful. Now, point number 6 is, if you're getting a tattoo and you're planning to get more, I always recommend get a theme. Get a theme on your body. Do not just get angel's face here, then the devil's face here, Jesus Christ here, and sunflower here, and your mother's face here. Come on, think of a theme. Just have a theme that looks beautiful, and have a theme and let it grow. Don't just get one tattoo after another. And most important of all, point number 7, please avoid cheap tattoos. There are some there are some tattoo artists who use cheap ink. I remember one of my tattoo artists, don't want to take his name, he's pretty well known here. He used a second-hand needle that he was sharpening, and he used that. So I didn't know it at that time. That was my first tattoo. So avoid cheap tattoos. Avoid tattoo artists who use cheap ink. If you want to choose a tattoo artist, make sure that you know the person, and you have a couple of references. Always references are very important. So these are the 7 points. But all in all, if I had to give an advice to anyone, I would say, please do not get a tattoo done. Do not get it unless you're really, really very, very sure. And for someone who is below the age of 30, you're not grown up, you're not mature enough, whatever you might say, you might think you're mature, because I thought I was mature when I was 29. Even today, I'm learning. I would say make a decision after the age of 30. Why? Because when you're 40, you're going to look back, and you're going to wish you changed things. So I feel 30 is a good age, because then you can be sure about where you're headed, what you're doing. Even though this principle states that you need to live life to the fullest, live each day as if it was your last day, and just enjoy life. Please don't get one done unless you're really, really in your career, in your zone, you're able to look after yourself and be the man that you're supposed to be. Tattooing is a serious, serious decision, a serious business. Don't take it lightly. There are a lot of youngsters out there who are just jumping into this, and people look at me and say, oh, I want to get a tattoo done. It's not about being macho. It's not about being cool. There's nothing macho about it. There's nothing cool about it. It is just a design, but it's a design that is there on your body for life. So please, please, please think hard before you get a tattoo, and avoid doing stupid things like getting a stupid design or getting just obnoxious tattoos on your body. And if you have got one, well, face it, stick with it, and just make sure you don't make any more dumb decisions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I will tell you honestly what is required. And this is just my opinion. I'm not saying this is the standard golden universal rule. But yeah, the fact of the matter remains, tattoos are still not accepted mainstream. So if you are planning to get a tattoo done, expect to pay the price that comes along with it. This is Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com and Loy Machedo TV. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions, send me an email. I'll be glad to answer them. Goodbye.